Once upon a time there was a young boy named Timmy who loved building and playing in his backyard treehouse. One warm sunny day, Timmy was up in his treehouse reading his favorite comic book about superheroes. As he was reading, Timmy heard a strange creaking noise coming from the corner of the treehouse. When he looked over, he couldn't believe his eyes. There was a ghost floating in the corner. The ghost was small and white, with big round eyes and a silly grin. "Don't be scared," said the ghost in a squeaky little voice. "My name is Booper and I'm a friendly ghost." Timmy stared at Booper the ghost, unsure of what to think. The ghost seemed nice, but Timmy had never met a real ghost before. "What are you doing in my treehouse?" Timmy asked. "I was looking for a place to haunt, and your treehouse looked perfect," Booper explained. "I promise I won't cause any trouble. I just want a spooky place to call home." Timmy thought for a moment. He didn't want to be rude, but he also didn't want a ghost scaring away his friends. "Well, I guess you can stay for a little while," Timmy finally said. "But you have to promise not to scare anyone." "Deal," agreed Booper. He swept down and shook Timmy's hand with his ghostly white hand. Over the next few days, Timmy got used to having a ghost as a treehouse roommate. Booper told silly jokes and liked to play ghost pranks, like making cookies float through the air or giving books ghostly glows. Sometimes Booper would even help Timmy with his homework by looking up answers in his ghostly library. One afternoon, Timmy invited his best friend Zach over to see his new ghost roommate. At first Zach was scared, but Booper made funny faces and did magic tricks until Zach was laughing too. The three new friends spent the day playing air guitar and telling ghost stories together in the treehouse. That night, Timmy and Booper were getting ready for bed when they heard a loud crash outside. They looked out the treehouse window to see the town bullies, Cruncher and Smasher, sneaking around. "Uh-oh, looks like they're up to no good again," said Timmy. He and Booper watched as the bullies spray painted the neighbor's fence and smashed flower pots. "We should stop them," said Booper. The ghost flew out of the treehouse before Timmy could stop him. Booper swooped down, spinning circles around the bullies' heads and making spooky sounds. Cruncher and Smasher yelled in fright, dropping their spray paint cans and running away from the ghost as fast as they could. Timmy cheered from the treehouse. "Hooray, you did it, Booper." From then on, anytime Cruncher and Smasher tried to cause trouble in the neighborhood, Booper would fly out and scare them away with his ghostly powers. Thanks to his new ghost friend, Timmy didn't have to worry about the bullies anymore. One day Timmy came home from school to find Booper packing up his ghostly bags and blankets. "What's going on, Booper?" Timmy asked. "It's time for me to move on from your treehouse," Booper said sadly. "I wanted to say goodbye and thank you for letting me stay." Timmy gave the little ghost a hug. "I'm really going to miss you, Booper. But I understand. Just promise you'll come visit me sometime." "I promise," said Booper as he floated out the door. Timmy watched his ghost friend disappear into the clouds, waving until he couldn't see him anymore. And so Booper the friendly ghost moved on to find a new haunt, but he never forgot his friend Timmy. Every so often, on a quiet night when Timmy was alone in his treehouse, he would hear a faint squeaky voice calling, "Hello," and know that Booper had returned to visit once more. The end.